Hi, this is IK. Welcome to Confidence. How to have confidence in your knowledge about React. Uh, Here it is. Imagine or decided to create your first React application. After you listening and working in 100 hours of my video or any other's video about React. And you said yourself, okay, I want from scratch code, develop blog without comment, simple blog, heading that every post have a title and have content. And of course, that React application will have, it will be only React, and I have data in mock server. And what data? Post, array of post. Every post is object. And okay, I created post because I know it is the simplest possible React application. For what I must have 99% of knowledge about React. Okay. And that my React application will have a public part and admin part. Admin part would be CRUD. Public part would be homepage with the title on the left side, like menu. If I click on some of title on the right side, I will see that concretely post, entire post. In homepage, I will see all post in short, with maybe 150 characters from beginning of every contents of post. And it is only information below title. And when we click on some title, we can click in the right side of screen and in the left side. Left side of screen will stay always, did not disappear. But right side, at first, like homepage, will have all post with a short introduction. But when we click on some post, in right side, we see only that clicked post. How would be changed that position? What helped me? What I must know? I must know to have Outlook. I must know that I need a router, that I need component, and that I need a router, and that new version 6 router, 6 plus, have that possibility for index, how to create index. It means router with index properties, how to create what would be index. It means what would be home page. And how to create that right side would be changeable. One post, all post, one post, all post, depend what we click. It is about public. It is about public. Look at, okay, we know that you need component for that left side, that you need component for the right side. that you need component single post, that you need the component home post or list of posts, that you have component menu left. And of course, here is always up button component for all other components. And mother and father to all, or descendant, all other components are descendant of up component. Okay, it means that for a left side menu, I need component. For a right side, I need two components, list of post and single post. And it is public part of my website, of my React application. And behind of firewall, behind of login system, would be my admin part, and it is CRUD. It is possibility where I can create, read, update, and delete post. Delete post. Okay, I can spoke about that CRUD because it is a big story. But this public is only something, it is only read part of CRUD, read part that people, public user of your website can only look at, can only read your site, cannot comment, cannot create. But if your CRUD site, if your admin site, you give that be public, in that moment it would be Facebook or Twitter, where you can publish what you want if you members, if you subscribe to our application, and you that moment in that social network, CRUD site is in reality is public part of web application. Okay, read. Look at where is the router and how we create. It is in index.js. Okay, I cannot look at. I must know that in index I have root with index. I not self-closed up, and all root is inside up, and the blog post is here in index root. It means that blog post menu is always on the up and always visible, but root blog post, here it is. When we click, we will see some ID in address. That moment would be open single post, or here it is blog post. And now I can, of course, this is admin site. It is a read component. It is read component. It means we have app component, and we must create left side menu, right side. We must create blog posts. Is like post list somewhere component, and the blog post this is blog posts, but blog posts but a blog post is only single component for single post. Up, left side component, right side component, and right side there is a two component, all post or single post. It means 4 component, up, left side, right side, 2 component in right side, and up. It is 4 components, and read component. It is a list of posts where we have a complete possibility: CRUD, create, read, update, delete. Root, it is important knowledge. And up, base component for all other components, this platform for all other components. There is this outlet. This outlet will receive blog list post, complete all post with short description, or a single post, what we click. It is outlet. That outlet coming from router. Outlet is you see, outlet coming from React router DOM. React router DOM coming outlet. What is outlet? It is React element. Outlet is React element. Here it is, React element. What we have from import from React router DOM. It is about public side. But now very, very interesting is read side. Read side, you must think about that, not look at it. Read side would be top, would be form for a new post with title and content, or heading and blog post, how I would call that field. And down below form, it means form would be separate component, add new form, add new post form. And the second component would be below form, would be component post list. And post list is in table. Field ID, post heading, post content, or blog post. There is a 3 field, and it is 3 columns in table. And in every row is 1 post. And every row there is also delete and update button. And that button, when we click on that button, activate happen on-click event, and that on-click event calling some function. It always calling is always by arrow function, equal arrow function, and in the body of arrow function is calling function what we call. And that call function would be delete post. For example, if we click on delete, where is delete function? Delete function is in component where is which is owner of state post. Posts. Who it is? It is a read component. Read component is owner of state. Posts. And all CRUD function must be also in component read, must be also in component read. And only that function can CRUD, can delete, can CRUD create, read, update, and update and delete. Only that function can make it to that post state. It means read component have posts and have state and have all function what we need for a CRUD of that state. But also we need take some action from child component, add new post and update component. How we can from child component activate parents component. We can that by callback props. Callback props. What is callback props? Child have props. State from parents go by props. By props go as props go to child, and the child have props. Child cannot change that props. That props only can change read parent. But what if we need activate parents component from child component? It is by callback props. What is callback props? Callback props is props equal function from in equal function parents function in reference, not call function but reference of function. When our props equal reference of function, our props in component update or component add new post became calling function. And that calling function, that props calling function, in reality call parents function. And parents function change state. Parents state. Okay, it is in our head. It is a story in our head, but that imagination, you must know what you wait. You want from scratch, coding from scratch, and you know what you need. Okay, it's all what you need. It's all what you need. You must know, for example, code HTML table. You can import semantic UI, semantic UI DOM for design, etc. But now, when you tell yourself story, or you imagine in your head, and you maybe take some notes on the paper, you can start code. And of course, for beginning, you look at it, you help yourself by this concretely. Help yourself by this application, finished application, what you experience in my playlist, and code. And during that coding and look at, you see what you forget. Yes, you must imagine that always initial rendering would call post from mock server, that it is asynchronous, and you imagine what you know about that asynchronous process, what you know about promise object, and also you imagine that we never again catch fetch post, only initial time, because delete, or rather delete and update, create, all happen on the server and on your code. With your code happen, immutable updates of state happen by your code in your application. You don't need, after you delete, after update, and all that go to server send you back what you send to server, post what you delete, post what you update, post what you add new post, and you must, with that response data, immutable update state in your application. And it not function like in PHP, MySQL base, where you must refresh all web page that you see data what you create, delete, update. No, here we see immediately data on the screen because you JavaScript, because you update with your code, update state in your browser. Update state, all state with your browser update, but it is only for you, for your browser update. But also you update on the server all what you do, but only people who connect to your server also can see that what you update. And of course, you can see in the next opening and next time when you would have initial mounting, initial rendering, when you have you make refresh. And we say we don't waste resources to connect to server and use fetch post every time when we delete, when we update, add new post, because we have code for that update in our screen. React, there is 3 DOM, single page application, this HTML dot index.html document object model. Second is actual document object model, what we see on the screen. And the third document object model is virtual document object model. Virtual document object model is running and is created immediately with our update, with our immutable update state. And when we immutable update, delete, update, add new post, immediately that new updated state is a virtual document object model. And virtual document object model data automatically compare with actual object model, and if a difference exists, no, here it is read. If difference exists, a virtual document object model became actual document object model. In any case, every set function would begin with set post, set framework, set show, set post, set show edit forms, set update ID, set is loading. Every that function, immutable update state, and immediately after that, we have virtual document object model became actual document object model. It means we have re-rendered our component, re-rendering our component. Who trigger rendering? Rendering triggers change of state in that component. Only in that component where state is changed. Change of state means update, means rendering component, re-rendering component. But use effect, we call only one time initial rendering. After that, we don't need it because re-rendering to show new data, we don't need go to server. We change that data in our browser only for yourself, for your user interface. But if we refresh component, we will receive, we will use effect and see all post what is on the server, mock server. But after that, we don't, in re-rendering, we don't activate use effect, will not be activate, will not be triggered, but user interface in our screen would be up to date because our code, what we coding, changed state from our action, what our action produce. If we want to create Facebook or Twitter, some social network, that every members, every subscribers in our platform, in our application, see immediately every changes, and that server must have element push and for push technology, etc. For detail, you can ask artificial intelligence. That when you ask artificial intelligence and you have satisfied response, it means that you know what you ask, that you understand what you ask. And because it is important to understand what our CRUD, our create, delete, update, how it go, where it is go. It go to server, like our request, REST API request, asynchronous request, and every request have response. And that same data, update, post, ID of what delete, post what updated ID for delete, new post, all that go to server and go back to our browser, and our code is prepared for update it, But if we need social network that all others see our update, or that we see others updated, that server must have some functionality for that. Okay, it's all for this. I want that you know that in a simplest possible application, what is actually every day used in every website incorporate, base of every website, is all knowledge of React and also Redux and Tank. All knowledge. And this imagination future of your work, when you want to produce some React application, you must imagine that application. You must imagine, and you must know what waiting for you, what waiting for you. And it is knowledge. It is knowledge. After that, you start coding and look at in the solution, and after that again coding, again imagine, again coding, that you imagine all details, what's waiting for you. It is knowledge. It is knowledge. Okay, thank you for watching this video.